Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. And let's see where we shall go. So, the first thing that's coming is, of course, let's take our navigational breaths. And what I mean by that is let's breathe into all spaces and places in our body and focus on any place where it doesn't feel like there's a flow. And of course, if we don't encounter any of that, that is beautiful. And the other thing I saw as soon as I closed my eyes is that we all lovingly ask our crown chakra to open and allow our energy to be guided by the higher octaves, higher versions of ourself, source energy. Perhaps we even feel called to reassociate with the plasma field energy. And it's almost coming to me like a red ribbon. And as we breathe, we're going to allow this red ribbon kind of go through all parts of our internal physical landscape. And again, just make sure that the energy is awake and alive and flowing so that we can awaken any blockages, any energy that seems like it's stuck or forgotten. We can help it move. We can guide its flow. And it can present as anything with as much or as little detail as is needed for us individually. So, and again, you can see this red ribbon in any way you choose. And in fact, of course, whenever I'm leading these sessions, feel free to work with whatever's coming to you. And it could be completely different than what I'm seeing. And that is beautiful. Because these sessions are a container, a safe container for us to work with our own energy and move it around. And again, moving this energy wherever you're finding it in your body, wherever your body's calling for you to visit, breathing any areas of stagnancy into an awareness, its inherent flow. I'm feeling like there's a lot of, for lack of a better term, kind of like settled energies in our feet, which is actually quite perfect because we can place our feet on the ground, whether in this now moment or if we're laying down energetically is fine too. And we can watch all these receptors on our feet, our toes, our heels, every part of our feet, connect with the ground, and with the intention of grounding our energy back to the earth's core. We can watch this occur, seeing those energy points on our feet going into the ground and going all the way to the center of the earth, reinfusing our relationship there and allowing eventually for a back and forth energy exchange. Grounding energy that wishes to transmute through the earth to do so, and then welcoming this earth energy to come up and flow through us. And you'll notice as you do this, it's like this energizing sensation throughout your whole physicality. And you may even notice the red ribbon that came in through our crown has danced back out. And perhaps this red ribbon has clusters of energy that was transmute into the higher realms, be burnt up with the sun for transmutation or whatever, call specifically for that purpose. And let's keep on recharging our energy through the earth energy here for a while, allowing it to come up through our feet into all parts of our physicality. And again, stopping anywhere, giving more attention, breathing into the area, anywhere that doesn't feel like it's gliding, like it's free, as if to say, all the energy that calls to flow through me today, I would like for you to flow through me. And please show me anywhere where I'm not allowing you to flow. I feel like there's some work in the lower quadrants of our body, really calling to be grounded, really calling to have that energy exchange with the center of the earth. And then I feel like as it crawls up through, and I almost see it like electricity, interesting, um, as it's coming through like our abdomen and working higher and higher up through our solar plexus area. Now I feel like the energy has been ignited. Okay. Feel more of a restored energy flow now. And so now we can allow for that dynamic flow through source energy. Once again, enter through our energy systems, not only our physicality, all of our energy systems, our subtle body, all layers of our multidimensional self. And now I see this energy coming up from the earth, flowing all the way through our connection to the divine, while also feeling our connection to the higher realms, infusing in through every part of us, navigating all of our energy channels, really awakening our energy and allowing again that free flow of energy all through us. And I'm also picturing as this energy is running both directions within us, through us, grounding down and going into the higher octaves and back. I'm also seeing each flow of this energy like coming through every single layer of our aura, reminding us in this now moment, this check-in of sorts, of all the other places and spaces that we are right now, besides this exact check-in moment. And asking for a merging of sorts, for any information that can be useful for us. For this now moment, yes, but going forward, we're ready for some new information. We're ready to channel all of the dimensional selves and integrate them and balance out all of this information from all of the different realms. And it is worth mentioning that just because we're calling this to us doesn't mean it's going to bombard us. It's not going to be overwhelming because it's almost like as we just cleansed and cleared our energy and set free some energies that were just kind of like hanging out, not quite ready to go yet, we created space for this new information to come. And yes, we do have the capacity to know everything that there is to know, but we emerge with this information when we're ready for it. And so that's what we're asking for is when we get some new information from all the layers of our multidimensional selves and throughout next day or week or even longer, this energy will present itself to us in all different kinds of forms. Knowing that the energy and the information is coming from within us and will present as we would like it to, whether it's on the outside of us in the forms of a written word or a knowing download, or simply a new awareness that we wake up with. And I think right now, that's what I'm being called to orchestrate is to hold this space. I almost feel like I hear children's laughter and I'm being told playground. So if we can really hold this light and this capacity for all of this information, we realize that it is like a playground and it's simply calling to be experienced. I feel like that's also a gentle nudge to get outside, not take things so serious. And I even see like adults climbing around on their belly, using their elbows to scoot on the ground, getting into this like childlike playground type energy. And so I'm going to leave you right now with this. And we're all going to use this landscape, this container, for the next 10 minutes to explore what it is we're ready to integrate into our experience next. So I will join you in 10 minutes with the sound of my voice. And until then, please enjoy. All right. So wherever you are right now, feel free to stay there. Or if it calls to you, envision a body of water and go ahead and take a swim in this body of water. And perhaps as you do so, the body of water shifts. So, what could start off as you diving into a pool at a house might shift into swimming through a creek or a stream or a mountainside lake, and then the ocean, however it appears to you, is beautiful and perfect. As we glide through this or these different bodies of water, we're showing the information how to flow through every part of our body, physical body, subtle body, all parts of our energy, allowing the notion of exchanging information from all different layers of our multidimensional self into this now moment check-in. And in fact, anytime there's a decision to be made that has us pausing, taking a moment, paying attention to ensure that we are making our decisions and our choices with full intention, we can always go to this space where we're swimming in these different bodies of water as if to relay to all of our senses that it's okay to merge frequencies with all the parts of ourselves. It's okay all of this information to be integrated, to acquaint with all of this information. So if it should come up outside of us at some point, it won't seem foreign. It won't shock us. It will seem familiar. We can pause, go into the water, allow the information to flow to us on all levels. And perhaps when you're done gliding through the water, you decide to lay on your back and float in the water, making sure we always acknowledge the backside of our energy, the backside of our physical body, the backsides of our chakras. And as we're called to remain in this tranquil space, we are calling our self and our shadow self together as one in this neutral moment of being, knowing that there is no right and there is no wrong. There's simply our focus and attention to things, because we are seeking further information. And if we can come to this point of neutrality and awareness, all levels, we find that the solution finds itself. As we consciously choose the path of alignment, the way presents itself as we do so. thinking about the things that we'd like to do in our future, places we'd like to go, people we'd like to meet. And they don't have to be concrete, tangible, descriptive, labeled things. It can simply be the nuanced energy shifts, the frequency shifts that we feel called to hold, the types of conversations that we wish to have, the types of energies we wish to surround ourselves with, the energies that feel neutral, not forced, not reaching, the energies that feel comfortable being themselves as we find ourselves in this neutral state, peaceful awareness that everything is perfect just as it is. For the last part of our journey today, I would like for us to focus on our Merkaba. And as I say this, it may present to you. And in whatever way it presents itself to you, see if you can practice bringing your awareness from inside your physical body to your awareness of being your light Merkaba. And it's okay if these just sound like words and nothing comes up, or something comes up that is something we've never encountered before. Maybe it's a feeling. But whatever is coming up for you right now is perfect. Trust yourself. And just shift your awareness back and forth from who you are in this moment and who you are in all of eternity. And as you shift your focus back and forth from these two focal points, you'll notice that the energy balances itself, and you're again in this neutral energy, this peaceful space of being. And if you feel called to, you can bring your Merkaba inside of your body and allow it to illuminate every part of you. And it can happen in any pattern. There's no chronological order that's necessary. It's however you feel called to draw in your Merkaba inside of your physical and energetic vehicle. And just allow it to travel around and increase your awareness. And if you find there's anywhere where your Merkaba is frequenting more than other spaces, then perhaps today you can inquire into this space more fully as the day goes on, simply by introducing the intention to do so, and then noticing when outside synchronicities occur in terms of this intention and this focus. And the last thing we're going to do is set a future reminder for ourselves that before we fall asleep tonight, we're going to call our awareness back to this moment right here. If you'd like to mark this moment with a color or a shape or a picture of some sort, but we're placing our intention on this moment right now, and we're going to come back to this moment before we fall asleep. And spend some time in a sensory awareness of this moment. So now, as each of us are ready, let's call ourselves back to this present moment, this now moment, by moving around our toes and our ankles, perhaps moving at the knee and the waist. Calling attention to our breathing. Shoulders, elbows, and our wrists, and our fingers, and our necks, our jaws, face. If you'd like to lightly touch your face, call yourself back. And when you feel ready, you can allow your eyes to drift open. There's never any rush. If you feel called to come back to this now moment, do so in your own time.